Hello and welcome everyone. We'll give a minute for people to join and then we will start. Jab tak any questions regarding the salt water bowl, we can answer that. I'm audible, right? I'm audible? Audible? Okay. Thanks, Subrat. Okay. So welcome everyone to day 4 of this Diwali Make a Wish, and as we proceed towards, the materialization and the manifestation bit of it, today we will work on our emotional body and cleanse and heal our emotional body. Like if you've done our physical body, then we are doing the emotional body. Now, why is emotional cleansing so important? So the aches and pains that you have in your physical body, or the disease also that you have in your physical body, is a result of the emotions, the thoughts that you've been thinking through. And sometimes 80% of the times your physical disease is related with your emotional well-being, right? So as you become more aware of your physical processes, your physical aches and pains, it will give you more awareness about the kind of emotions that you've been dwelling in the past, or the kind of emotions that you need to heal or release in order to feel better in your physical body, which is very, very important. Also, for materialization or any kind of manifestation work that we want to do, we want certain level of stillness, right? Because that is when you get clarity about what is it that you truly want. Also, I keep on emphasizing that we think around 60,000 thoughts in a day. Hmm? And most of the time these thoughts are repetitive, so there are no new thoughts. A person he continues to think similar kind of thoughts throughout his entire lifetime, and that is how his or her life shapes up over a period of time. So one of my teacher, Master Chalk, also he says that if a person practices a certain spiritual, a certain degree of spiritual practices, he or she can alter their horoscope, or they can create their own destiny. So your horoscope is based upon certain combinations, or this is like a default thing. If you do nothing in your life, you can go or live by your horoscope, or you can live by people who do predictions for you. But if you are spiritually advanced, what happens is, as you mature spiritually, you are able to fulfill your destiny, or you are able to perform tasks that are assigned to you in that lifetime in a quicker way. You start neutralizing your karma also faster, so more and more work or assignment is given to you. That's how this works. Just give me a minute, I'll take some water. Right, so like I was giving you the example of Sadhguru. So he was supposed to finish the work of the Dhyan Linga, and then he could easily move out of the planet Earth, because his his work or his whatever project that was given to him for that lifetime was over. So similarly, when people are working at a very fast speed, they are assigned more and more work based on what their body can handle, right? So for this, your physical body, your emotional body needs to be in balance. Now, when you are even manifesting, to be able to see clearly through your thoughts or emotions requires a certain amount of effort, right? You can't just, not all the time you are meditative, or not all the time you are thinking the right thing. So in order to be able to see clearly through your life, you need a certain degree of stillness. And through these meditation, there comes a point when you guys are all silent, that silence is stillness, and that is where probably you can see beyond uh, your thinking. At times, you can put forth questions about what is it that you truly want and your purpose, things that nobody can answer for you. So that is the time where you can ask questions from your higher soul, right? So that is the importance of emotional cleansing. Before that, how many of you have had certain kind of experiences in your meditation? कभी भी कुछ भी experience किया है आपने अपनी meditation में? Like that the feeling is different. Are you aware? So just raise your hand, or just message if you've ever felt anything in your meditation, or even if you've not felt, you can let me know. I just want to know, in order to probably in today's session we will try to make you experience what cleansing feels like. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Baki sab no. Should I take it as a no? I've got 2 yes. Baki sab still trying to experience, feel. Chetan, okay, thank you. Okay. Now, especially for the people who've never experienced, anything interesting during, like, when you are in a spiritual school, there are so many people who keep telling about, aisa dikhta hai, aisa feel hota hai, light dikhti hai, lot of things, right? So initially, when I entered the school, or when I started working, I was very, very non-sensitive. I didn't know much about it. Took time for me to realize ki haan aisa kuch hota hai. But otherwise it was all scary. So for me, I'll just share, in 2014 or 13, I'm very afraid of big things, agar koi larger than life statue hota, then I used to feel hi gir jayega mere upar. Or if I see a very vast expanse of ocean, I feel scared. I always used to feel something is watching me, something is watching me. So in 2014, I went to Badrinath. So अभी वहाँ पे सुबह ही आरती होती है बद्रीनाथ जी की. So I went through people who had some source and all. So जो morning आरती थी वो हमारे नाम की, मतलब मेरे और उनके नाम की हुई. So we had to walk down early in the morning around 4:30 a.m. We had to walk. So बादलों में से you could see the shadows, or you could see the mountains and feel the vastness, and I always used to feel something is watching. So I used to go like this, एक हाथ ऐसे रख के. I don't know, it's so funny. अगर कोई जितना बड़ा होगा तो ऐसे हाथ रखने से तो आपको देखना बंद नहीं कर देगा, but that's like a reflex, I'm being watched. So we went there, and हमने आरती वगैरह बहुत अच्छी तरह से की. Meanwhile, ये एक्सपीरियंस हुआ कि माउंटेन्स हमें देखते हैं. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि वहां से कुछ देखता है, which is scary, because we are not used to believe that mountains are also energy beings. Yeah, they also can see or feel us just the way we are seeing them. It's a two-way phenomena. So I was like, okay. Then I came across a book. I'll show you. क्या होता है जब आप क्वेश्चन, जैसे कहते हैं जब आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर चाहिए कई बार, तो people, sometimes people are not able to answer certain thing, so you start, for me it's like books answer me. So I got hold of this book. It's called The Kingdom of the Gods. It's written by Geoffrey Hodgson, and बहुत ही पुरानी किताब है ये, 1980s में लिखी गई. Yeah, I think 1937 में कुछ illustrations दिया. It's like 1800 something, later 1800 में लिखी गई थी, and then somebody compiled it. Interesting book. Now this book talks about the different beings that coexist in our physical world. So here they started talking about beings of the mountains, and then I started realizing that probably the things that were seeing me, because मैं इतना डरी हुई थी, I didn't want to believe that they see it, but they exist, ऐसा होता है. So they gave beautiful illustrations of mountain gods. I don't know if you can see, and some more, like, yeah, can you guys see? Now, conventionally, we believe that everything looks like a human being, right? क्योंकि हम एक human being है, हमें भी लगता है कि हाथ होंगे, पैर होंगे, but this is like some energy. And obviously, क्योंकि हम सबसे बड़ा विशालकाय whale हमें पता है, but किसी ने rarely anybody has seen a whale. So हमें size का भी अंदाजा नहीं होता कि how big something can happen. So this happened. फिर उसके बाद आई वॉज इन ग्रीस, एंड हमारे ग्रीस का जो होटल था, उस मेरे रूम के बाहर ही एक बहुत बड़ा सा माउंटेन था वहां पे. एंड रात में ऐसे ही मेरी नींद खुली, एंड देन आई जस्ट ओपनड अ विंडो एंड आई सॉ समथिंग. But I don't even want to believe. I saw something very huge and I shut the window and I slept. मुझे रात भर नींद नहीं आई ये सोच के, पता नहीं मैंने क्या देखा, and I didn't tell anybody because I was so scared. But then gradually, reading this book, it gave me some himmat to be able to talk about these things. I'm not making it up, because you don't want to pass on false information, especially when you are an engineer. पढ़े लिखे होते तो आपके ऊपर एक responsibility होती है कि कोई भी अफवाह ना फैलाए, right? So for me, it was like scary just to see all of that. But I'm scared, I'm scared to see things. So कई बार ऐसा होता है, when you're scared to see things or the other world, they hide themselves. They will not come in front of you. They don't want to scare you. So these energy beings are very friendly and they are human loving. And that's why they don't want to overwhelm you. Even during these, so-called experiences, sometimes हमारा childhood fear होता है with respect to maybe heights, with respect to seeing colors, we can get scared. So अगर हमारी वो tendency होती है, they will not come in front of us and you might not feel. इसके लिए थोड़ा daring, थोड़ा courage चाहिए in order to be able to, invite them into your world. So for some of you who've not experienced anything, you need to sit. रात में अगर आप बैठ सकते हैं, you need to sit and then ask them that I really want to have certain kind of experiences in my life, so that you are also getting mentally prepared for it. It is important. So you have to train yourself to see beyond your physical or three-dimensional world that we say. It is all about choice. It's all about being ready for those kind of experiences, because when you experience something, it comes in with a lot of responsibility. Okay, so you have to be prepared. So for example, people who are able to sense and touch energy and are able to heal, healing comes as a responsibility. And trust me, it is a very big responsibility. People who are good at healing or people who are able to feel and sense energy, they can't sit. कई बार ऐसा होता है, I have something really important going on in my house, but somebody when comes for healing, I can't say no, because that's a responsibility that I have. When I'm meditating or blessing, my blessing list is far more bigger than my family or friends, you know. So you have to have that kind of heart, you have to have that kind of a outlook to serve, because it's a lot of responsibility. You can't be, centered, self-centered, because there's nothing like your own growth. Everything that you are blessed with is for the higher good of the humanity. How many of you understand that? I want to see. Okay, let's see. Which questions are, let's take up. Especially for the people who said, no, I don't feel anything. I just want to know, do you have a fear of seeing something of unknown, right? If you have that fear, work on it. So it's not that you cannot see, it's just that you are not prepared for it yet, right? So you have to prepare yourself for it, for any kind of deeper experiences, right? So the first and foremost thing is, even if meditation is very different world altogether. I make you imagine so many things, right? And then it's like taking you from here to there. I don't know where all we go during a meditation session, right? So all of this is possible because you require certain level of imagination, certain degree of imagination and visualization. And when you are doing this more and more, you are training your brain or preparing your brain to be able to see, feel, think about, which is not obviously you can't talk these things in a family gathering. You can't talk these things among your even your friends who are not into spiritual thing. Here I can come and talk to you about a certain experience, but obviously I can't tell everybody about it, right? So that is the kind of requirement that is needed in order to be able to see, feel, or sense things. And this is a faculty. जैसे बच्चों के लिए talking, saying things, they have to learn to say ABCD and to be able to express. Similarly, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, these are things that if you start practicing, you will be able to see. If somebody is interested, I know of books that can help. Okay, so you reach out to me if you're really keen on developing any kind of uh, clairs, so-called clairs. Okay, this is a science and art which can be learned. Okay, we have something. I suggested twin heart to a friend. She couldn't complete the meditation and felt uncomfortable. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes energies can be very, very overwhelming for people, right? Because you're not, even closing eyes can be very scary for people. I don't know how many of you have seen. Closing eyes is not easy because we are so used to seeing stuff through the eyes that going within can be very uncomfortable for people, because अकेले होने का एक डर होता है. There are people who feel afraid, and as you close your eyes, you start feeling alone. Absolutely. See, my teacher used to say that the journey on the spiritual path is lonely. You will not find people to talk about or discuss these things. It can be a very lonely journey. And that is why, um, working in a group setup gives you some company. Otherwise, you can't talk these things out, or speak about these things uh, openly, right? So this is a reality that we need to accept at times. And like I said, these are like secrets, inner wisdom, inner teachings. It can't be shared with people who are not ready for it. Also, it gives you an idea about what is your company. If there are people who criticize you for what you are doing, or for what, and they don't believe what you're saying, that means you are not in the right company. So evaluate what kind of people are you with, and accordingly, if you have to grow, see, when we grow and evolve, we have to let go of people who do not match our vibration and hold on to people who are a match, or who think, or have a same kind of mental bandwidth. Agree? So accordingly, for example, like when you were in kindergarten, you had many friends, like, पर वो friends class 10th में आपके शायद friends नहीं रह गए होंगे, या उनमें से कुछ लोग कम हो गए होंगे, right? When you move to a graduation, class 10th के जो friends थे वो graduation के level तक शायद नहीं जा पाए होंगे, and you had to drop some friends. Similarly, it happens in your workplace. So you have to be, yes, absolutely, spiritual maturity is required. We don't talk about it much, but there is a certain degree of spiritual maturity that is required in order to communicate with people. So that's all right. I think once you are with people, you learn. All of this is a learning which is never taught in any school or college, or even in MBA. Always used to say कि अगर हमें ये पहले बता देते, I think life would have been easier. But then probably I was not mature enough to learn that early in my life. So all of that, agar abhi ho raha hai, so this is the right time. Okay. Any other question? Anything, you can just share, and then probably we'll start with the meditation. I hope you have your salt buckets or bowls and everything ready. Actually, so many things. There is a series that I watch which is called Cosmos, and the guy, I'm forgetting the name, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's a physicist. But if you see these episodes of Cosmos, he talks about so many things, about energy and color and, light. So it's like, I think humanity is taking some time in order to connect all this woo-woo stuff to science. But all of this has a scientific basis still to be discovered. So yeah, we're looking for that time. Okay, if I'm so do these buckets cannot be used again? If I'm unable to understand at what point I have to quit, what do you have to quit? The spiritual practice or the people? Okay, for the bucket practice. Okay. See, I don't know. It depends upon people. So, for example, like I told you, there are even in our college जब हम पढ़ाई करते हैं, तो there are some subjects which are very hard to understand, right? There are students who would say कि बहुत difficult है पढ़ने के लिए, so I will take another subject where I'm good at, right? And there's a PCM, PCB, हमें choice मिलती है. But the choice of spiritual evolution or spiritual maturity is no choice. If you leave in this lifetime, you might have to continue in the next lifetime. So this is not optional. It's not like a PCB, PCM kind of thing. कि मैं इधर से डॉक्टर बन जाऊंगा या मैं you have to be on this path. It's people are lucky that they get to know about this path early on in their life, and they believe it. But then they go a full circle, और 60 साल में फिर उन्हें लगता है कि एक खालीपन है, या मैंने इनफ नहीं किया, and then they come back to a spiritual practice, or they want to do better stuff in life. Some people are really lucky, like my daughter. Sometimes I feel she got a guru, ready-made guru through me. So I got when I was in my 30s. She got, when she was probably 40 days. She attended her first retreat. So it is up to her when she wants to take it fully. But I have introduced it to her. She doesn't understand a lot of things when she says, like, a Kabbalah chakra names, or a meditation that she does in Kabbalah. She doesn't know, but she can do it. So it all depends, right? So yeah, these buckets can be used again. You just have to wash them, throw the water and wash them thoroughly. You can. Genie in Your Genes book connects science and the energy principle very nicely. Oh, by Dawson Church. So see, if you are looking for a proof, you need books. But there is a better thing called knowing. When you know, you don't need a scientific or a physical proof of certain things. There is a knowing कि हाँ ये वर्क कर रहा है, या हाँ आई फील बेटर, हाँ आई फील पीसफुल. So sometimes it might be connected to how you feel. So today it's all about emotional body, and the emotional body is all about thinking and feeling. So we will cleanse the emotional body. Now, like I said, you have to dip your feet in the salt water bowl. Whatever you have, आराम से अपना पैर उसमें डालिए. Now, scientifically, or या हमारे धर्म के हिसाब से, when we enter a spiritual place, what do we have to do? Wash our feet. हर अच्छे बड़े मंदिर में you have a कुंड जहाँ पे आप पैर धोगे या आप नहाओगे, and then you go for your spiritual practice, or to in the arena where the god sits, right? It's a normal thing that we've seen. Even in Christians we see that, and certain other, there is a ritual of baptism by water, right? So what does water do to you? So water, obviously, आप पानी से क्यों नहाते हैं, right? हम पानी से ही क्यों नहाते हैं? और भी बहुत सारे लिक्विड अवेलेबल है, बट हम पानी से नहाते हैं, राइट? So water has cleansing properties. Water is associated with cleaning. So basically it purifies your physical body. Like, अगर आपको नहाना है तो obviously आप साबुन लगा के नहाते हैं, and it cleanses. Also, the combination of salt and water is cleansing at a energy level. So the earth is 75% of salt water. Now, just think, why 75% of salt water, when salt water cannot be drunk, it cannot be fed to. Why? Khara pani kyo? Right? There is a question that probably comes to our mind, because if this water would not have been there, the psychic pollution that we are creating or generating will be too much for the earth to handle. So when you utilize this salt water, it cleanses or disintegrates even psychic pollution. And that is why लोग salt नमक के पानी का पोछा लगाते हैं. जब हमारे अंदर inflammation होता है, when there is an inflammation, we use salt water to gargle, right? जब हम जल नेति करते हैं, तब भी हम salt water लेके करते हैं. So all of this is because it has thorough cleansing property. When salt and water meet, there is a thorough cleansing that happens, right? So we are using the salt water in order to do cleansing. Now, your feet have a replica of your body. So people who've studied about pressure points, acupressure or acupuncture, we know that the palms of a hand or the soles of a feet have correspond to all the body parts, right? So if you wash your feet thoroughly, or if you clean your feet thoroughly, basically you are doing a shortcut to a complete cleansing of your body. And because these pressure points are connected with organs, these pressure points are connected with chakras. So when you dip your feet into the salt water, all of those internal organs are also cleansed. Okay. So today we are utilizing this in order to do a very thorough physical cleansing and emotional cleansing. And whatever dirty diseased energy is, comes out from our system will be disposed of in this salt bucket of water. So shall we start? Is that all right? Making sense? Okay, so just close your eyes. Be aware of any heaviness around your feet. Who's had a long day? Thaka full, thaka hua long day. Me too. Okay, jinka relax hai, be happy. You can take out more energy which is internal. For us it is more of stress. Okay. Yeah. So just close your eyes and be aware of your feet. Be aware of the water around the feet. Okay. Also be aware of the base of your feet. And there is this chakra, which is soul minor chakra, which rotates clockwise and anti-clockwise without you even knowing. There is a rotation that happens. And when it moves clockwise, it takes the energy inside, nourishes the organs. When it rotates anti-clockwise, it pulls out or removes the exhausted, dirty energy loosened up by the different organs and the chakras. So we are utilizing our feet as the entry point of energy and the exit also of the energy at this point of time. Be aware of the top of your head. Be aware of your portal of light a few inches above your head, which is like 7 inches or 1 foot. Be aware of this beautiful silver, brilliant silver light descending all the way down from this portal of light or this entry point of divine energy to your head or the top of your head. Just like you take a physical shower, be aware of this silvery bright light falling all the way to the top of your head. Very soothing, very gentle. Cool in nature. Now be aware of a circle or a sphere of light around your physical body. So this beautiful silver light enters into a sphere, your emotional sphere or the body, which is responsible for all the emotions that you have. So just allow this energy to percolate through the sheath of emotional body. Just look back, reflect on the day that you've had, the dominant emotion that you felt throughout the day. Or also, if there is desperation, if there is some kind of resentment, judgment, criticism, issues with respect to our own self, pride, frustration, just be aware of these lower emotions. They are very, very gross. The grosser, or they have larger particles. So, by virtue of being gross, these emotions are towards the base of the sphere because they are heavy. These emotions are really heavy. They are to the base of the sphere. So, when you feel tired, you drag your body. When you feel angry, your body feels heavier. When you're full of resentment, sadness, your body feels heavier. You don't want to get up. So just be aware of these heavy emotions in your energy field, radiatory field. And as they settle around the base of the sphere, be aware of your feet. Be aware of the salt water disintegrating these lower emotions or higher, grosser emotions into the salt water. So be it. Now we will make it more effective by connecting or invoking to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to our respected teachers, to all the respected teachers, Holy Gurus, Holy Master Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, to the angels of healing. We invoke for your divine love, light, and power, divine healing energies, inner healing, physical and emotional healing. We invoke for the blessings of abundance, prosperity, and illumination. So be it. With lots of gratitude, tremendous respect, and lots of love. We thank you all in full faith. Take a deep breath. Be aware of this shower, the silvery shower, opening up more healing light onto your system. You've stepped up the volume of the liquid energy. Now, gently be aware of the past 1 week or 2 weeks. Be aware of any fights that you've had. Be aware of any negative emotion, dominant negative emotion that you've thought. And just feel this settling down at the base of the energy field. You fought with somebody, you've said something nasty to somebody, you felt ungrateful, depressed, you felt your pride has been hurt. There is negative self chatter, self doubts. Just be aware of the past 2 weeks or a month that has gone by and what it has done emotionally to you. If there is anything that you would want to release, just say, I release and I let go. Your awareness discriminates or discriminates between you and your emotions. So just watch your emotions. You are not the emotions. If you've been angry, you're not an angry person. You experienced anger. If you've been judgmental, you're not a judgmental person. You experience that emotion. So you are not your emotion. You experience them. Be aware and think about those energies and release them. with your will, just say, I release and let go. With the blessings of God, with the blessings of my teacher, with the blessings of your higher soul and all the healing angels, all the psychic garbage is now being removed from your emotional body, especially of that you are aware, into the salt water right now. I want you all to chant Om 7 times at your own speed. Do not chant it loudly, just whisper 7 times. So do it at your pace 7 times. It has to be a whisper. Nobody should listen, just mumble and allow these energies to be grounded. Be still, be aware. Be aware of the inner stillness, inner peace. Now, gently be aware of your wish, be aware of the objective with which you join this meditation experience. Just think about that wish with a still mind, with that inner peace. Now be aware of a beautiful whiteboard, clean whiteboard in front of you, and project the image or the video of that manifestation as if it is happening in front of you. Feel the happiness and joy to see that wish materialize. So be it. So be it. So it is. Slowly and gently, just return back to your body. Disconnect with the wish. As if you let go of a balloon in the sky, just let it go, let it float. No strings attached. May this wish materialize or manifest rapidly and properly. May I receive this wish or better in the coming month. With the blessings of God, with the blessings of all the manifestation and materialization angels, so be it, so be it, so it is. Tathastu. Now, with that great gratitude and joyful feeling, visualize a small earth in front of you, the size of a small ball. Put your hands in the blessing position and let us bless the earth using the great invocation prayer. We are one as a group. Just visualize all of us sitting in a beautiful circle with the earth in the center. We are all connected through our hearts. We are all connected through our crown. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. May the great teacher return to earth. May love descend on earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of every person, every being. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, visualize brilliant white light, love, visualize pink light moving out or radiating out from your heart, and power, manifest the divine plan on earth. We will chant Om 3 times to anchor these energies into the planet. Om. 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 May each and every person, without exception, be blessed with divine love, light, and power, divine healing energies, inner healing, physical healing, emotional healing. May each and every person be blessed with health, joy, happiness, and long life. May they be blessed with illumination. May they be blessed with abundance and prosperity. With the blessings of God, with the blessings of my teacher, so be it. So be it, so it is. Now, gently be aware of the base of your feet or the base of your spine and gently visualize a pillar of light going all the way down into the Mother Earth. All the excess energies that your body cannot handle is now gently being grounded into the Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth be healed. Let Mother Earth be regenerated, revitalized. Blessings be to our Mother Earth. Om. Tathastu, so be it. Let us give thanks to the Supreme God. We thank you. To the Divine Father, Mother, we thank you. To all the respected teachers and to all our higher souls, we thank you all for your priceless blessings. With tremendous gratitude, lots of respect and love, we thank you all in full faith. We thank you. So be it. You can Now I want you to experience your sleep, today, and just see, is it different? You feel more relaxed tonight, or it's just the same? Okay. So definitely this is going to help you. Scientifically, this is going to help you because, like I said, your feet are portals to your entire system. So when you clean them, there is an automatic cleansing that happens, and you can repeat this process as and when you want. You can start doing your meditations regularly using salt water. Somebody said, I felt slept. I felt I slept for a while already. So these are the signs of relaxation. And it is said that sleep, when we sleep, we are not actually sleeping. We are in the astral energy world, and the soul never sleeps. So your body rests and the soul goes off to do some other work. So good, if you are sensitive to all of these, then you will know what you are learning or seeing or doing even while you are sleeping, right? So it's a whole world out there that you explore while you are sleeping, but it is important that you sleep well, because the body needs rest and also the mind needs to rest. Okay. So once again, tonight when you are sleeping, just think about the wish that you are wanting to materialize, and disintegrate the resistances that you have within yourself. It could be a fear, it could be your own inhibitions about getting what you want, right? So people think about amazing a life partner, but then there is a story that goes on saying, I had my previous relationships didn't work, or my parents didn't have a good relationship. So you are self-sabotaging your own wish. Don't do that. Dissolve those resistances. Similarly, if you want to experience something in your meditations, don't self-sabotage them, saying, I'm too fearful to even think about those things, seeing somebody in front of me, or seeing a light happening, and pata chala main chilla do. So remove those inner resistances and fears that you have with respect to materializing or wanting to see what you want to, right? That will really help you. So tomorrow we do home and office cleansing. I think that's the that's the day, because like we are energy beings and living in a energy pool, right? So we are like fishes living in energy pool. So apni energy ke saath saath, we need to cleanse the energy in which we are living. So we will work on those energies tomorrow. If you have friends and family who would want to do a home cleansing, or they would want to experience office cleansing or blessing, you can share the session with them. Like, you can invite them to this live session and they can benefit as well. Okay. So thank you everyone for your time. Keep the group alive. Share your questions. Let me see if I'm useful in answering them. I hope I am. And if you need any recommendation on books, or just reach out to me. Okay. So Atma Namaste. Thank you everyone for your time. God bless you.